Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Milton-Union Bulldog Football Playoff Preview Show, Episode 4. I'm here today with Coach Brett Barnes, and we're going to preview the Valley View Spartans a little bit. First, just a quick recap of last Friday's contest. The Bulldogs defeated the Brookville Blue Devils 38-6 at Xenia High School. For the Bulldogs, Michael Elam had 108 yards rushing and a touchdown. Jordan Foose had 31 yards rushing and a touchdown. And Blake Broomball had 29 yards rushing and a touchdown. Nate Moore was 6 for 11 for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Cooper Brown had 2 catches for 43 yards and 2 touchdowns. Blake Broomball had 2 catches for 39 yards. And Connor Mayfield had 1 catch for 34 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, Ozzie Gregg, like he's done all year, led the Bulldogs with 8 tackles. Carter Berner had 6 tackles, and Colton Hallgren had 5 tackles. And then also Connor Gibson and Connor Mayfield each had an interception. So a great night for the Bulldogs last Friday. But next up is the Valley View Spartans, and Coach Barnes is going to tell us how Valley View got here.
Well, Spartans are 12-1 and went undefeated in the SWBL. The only defeat, of course, is to Milton-Union in Week 2.
Right.
In fact, Milton's the only team to have scored 20 points on them this year, as we beat them 24-14. Nobody else has scored over 16 points against them this year. In playoff action, their games were Carlisle at home, 38-8. Blanchester at home, 49-16. And then last week, Madeira out of Cincinnati, 38-7. At a neutral site.
Very similar score to the Brookville.
Very similar score as to our 38-6. So, yeah, they are 12-1 and looking for revenge, I would say, at this time.
Absolutely. Big match Friday at Piqua versus Valley View. And before we hand it off to Coach Pierce, say a big shout out to Tom Beck. It is his birthday today. So
happy birthday, Tom.
Big happy birthday to Tom. And he does a ton of work behind the scenes, stuff Brett and I could not do.
Could not do.
So we appreciate all that Tom does. So happy birthday to Tom. And we're going to pass it over and get a few words from Bulldog head coach Brett Pierce. Okay, we are here with Bulldog head coach Brett Pierce. Congratulations on the big win last week.
Thank you very much.
That was fun. It's always fun to win. So next up, the Valley View Spartans, someone we've seen before. We know they're playing really, really well right now. What can we expect from the Spartans on the defensive side of the ball?
A lot of speed. Their defense is fast. Their big guys are strong too, but they are very fast. And you got to work hard to find yards against them.
And then who are a couple of key guys that stand out defensively?
Really, the one that stands out on film, and when we played him the first time, was number 53, Gavin DeGroat, middle linebacker. Just really a complete football player. But they are a team that does not have holes on defense. You know, we like to watch film and try to find the weak link, and not easy to do with that Spartan defense. They're all pretty tough. Fly to the football.
And then keys for us for tomorrow.
Well, I think balance. I think the cold might hurt both pass games.
Right.
And there's going to be, I'm afraid of, we don't want to just run and lose that balance because passing is difficult. We need to be able to stay balanced.
Right.
That'll be something you guys will see me trying hard to do, I think.
Right. Well, very good. Well, good luck Friday night. That's head coach Brett Pierce, and next we'll hear from defense coordinator Tim Antonides. Okay, we are here with Bulldog defensive coordinator Tim Antonides. Congratulations on a great win last week, held them to 6 points. Great defensive effort. Got a whole nother animal this week with Valley View. What can we expect from Valley View offensively?
Valley View, we are quite familiar with what they do. Playing them the last few years. They kind of want to pound the inside with number 12, Jacob Clark, and kind of get you sucked in, and then get to the perimeter with their quarterback, Caden Henson, and they've got some dynamic slots, number 3, Austin Stidham, and then number 32, Jedrick, what's his last name? Jedrick Lynch. And they kind of, they run a no-huddle spread offense. They signal everything in by hand. They want to get up to the line of scrimmage, and they do kind of what we call a check with me, where they want to see you align and different stuff, and try to call their plays based on how you align. Offensively, they run for about 200 yards a game, pass for about 150, and average 35 points a game. So we're going to have our hands.
So they're kind of high tempo. They're going to get to the line and.
At times, some guys spread to go fast, and some guys spread just to kind of, see what you're in. We've got some ways that we try to combat that. So we're looking forward to it.
And then as far as key players, I mean, you already kind of mentioned them, but Benson, the quarterback.
Yeah, Caden Henson, number 5. He's thrown for about 1,900 yards, thrown 19 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. So he will put the ball, up sometimes with us, having a chance to get it. So the first game around, we were, fortunate enough to get some picks and, take advantage of that. We can't count on that, but when there's opportunities there, we're going to try to seize them. Their slot running back, Stidham, number 3, he's actually thrown the ball 9 times as well. They like to run a bunch of different times of halfback passes, whether it's from bubble screens, jet passes. They actually threw a throwback to the quarterback against us the first week, and we've seen on tape that that's kind of part of their arsenal. I wouldn't even really call it a trick play, other than it's one of their plays that they like to run. Number 12, Jacob Clark. He was the SWBL Offensive Player of the Year. He ran for about 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns. He's I would say very comparable to Braden Dorn from Preble and Tim Davis from Brookville. All 3 of those guys were all Southwest District first team, so we'll have our hands full with him. Receiver-wise, they line up 4 wide. Number 19, Troy Hypes, he's got like 20 catches and 6 touchdowns. Stidham's their leading receiver. He's got like 36 catches for almost 500 yards and 9 touchdowns. Jedrick Lynch, number 32, he didn't play against us the first game, so he's kind of new to us. He's caught, I think, 13 balls for a little over 100 yards. And then Riley Phillips, number 20, he's a two-way kid. He's got about 20 catches as well. So they spread the ball around real well, and we like to hope we can get some pressure on Henson and kind of keep him in the pocket and change our coverages up to kind of combat that. And
then keys for us tomorrow night.
Keys for us, we're going to have to, number 1, stay disciplined and sound in our fronts. I kind of mentioned early on, they're no huddle, some tempo, but most of the time they just want to see what you're in. From a defensive standpoint in football, you can confuse by either doing a lot of different stuff, or you can confuse by, looking the same and doing different stuff post-snap. So, we've got things that we'll do, pre-snap and post-snap to kind of, hopefully confuse them a little bit and, stay disciplined, play fast, and run to the ball. That's always our goal. So looking forward to the challenge.
Absolutely. Well, good luck tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. And that's Tim Antonides, defensive coordinator, Milton-Union Bulldogs. Thanks, Tim. A big thanks to head coach Brett Pierce and defense coordinator Tim Antonides for taking the time out of their schedule to come here and speak with us. Those guys are, as you can imagine, very busy right now, so we appreciate those guys stopping in and talk to us. Now a few words from Milton-Union Athletic Director Mark Lane.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're at Piqua Stadium. Get the Carhartts on, get the jackets on. It's going to be an awesome time. No way the cold stops Bulldogs from coming out and cheering on our Bulldogs. We'll see you there.
Thanks, everybody, for stopping by today and chatting with us. A reminder, the Bulldogs take on Valley View Friday at Piqua, so it's at Piqua Stadium. You have to buy your tickets online at ohsaa.org. So make sure you get your tickets, and let's pack the stadium, and let's support the Bulldogs on to another victory. Thank you.